Alright, horns up, folks, and welcome to Headbangers Kitchen live on YouTube. I'm about to eat dinner and I'm eating leftover pizza. Let's not waste any time, let's get eating. I've got got four slices of pizza here, four slices of pepperoni pizza. Each one from probably a different restaurant in the city, or maybe not, I don't know. But I'm gonna dig in and yeah, just enjoy. So these are the Pizza Wars pizzas. These are the final pizzas that made it to the grand finale. And obviously, we couldn't finish all of them so well. Some of them are now here for my dinner. And I also want to check that the live stream is working and that I have not made some grievous error while setting this up. Hopefully this is public. Let me check. There we are. Okay, it's working fine. All right, guys, pizza time. Nice. A bit salty. The pepperoni and the sauce. Horns up, guys. So these are all like Neapolitan style pizzas. You can see I have the Neapolitan crust. I do like a good crust. Oh. I have a question for you. What is your favorite style of pizza? Are you more of a thin and crispy? Are you more of a Detroit style? Sicilian, Roman, New York? What's your pizza preference? My mustache is coming in the way of my eating. Alright, let's try this guy. Again, I don't remember which restaurant each of these pizzas is from. Oh, that's so salty. Oh, this one is particularly salty. Maybe I need to do the fold. Whoops. Like the fold over. So all these pizzas have been in the freezer for about like a week. Hey JSN, Neapolitan it is, man. Let's try this pizza. It's got the stability. That's nice. I will say the crusts have become quite chewy. I could throw them in the oven to crisp up. That might make it better. Nope, So these, well, I'm done with 2 slices already. These are leftover pizzas from Pizza Wars. Pizza Wars is a show on my other channel called Headbanger Eats. So I went around the entire city of Mumbai where I live, and I taste tested 60 pizzas along with you guys, the fans of my channel who live in Mumbai. And we shortlisted the top 5, and then we shot a grand finale episode which will come out this week. And obviously me, my dad and my wife were judging, so that's 3 of us. Pizzas come with 8 slices. So all the leftovers, put them in the freezer. Like, we have made pizza at home before, but yeah. Have you made Bombay sandwich on the channel? No, not yet. Bombay sandwich meat version. That'll be epic. That's actually a cool idea. I thought this pizza would be a lot more enjoyable than it is. Did you get them off Hyatt Hotel? Nope, these are from, the restaurants that were in the finals were Cecconi's, Americano, Little Gambi, Motodo Pizzeria, and Queen Margarita. I do have many keto pizza recipes on the channel. I have a fathead, I have a meat crust, I have a cauliflower pizza, and I also have a fathead without egg. What do you put in your hamburgers? Normally just salt and pepper on the ground beef, a slice of cheese, and maybe onion. Maybe. But most of the time just beef and cheese. How do you reheat your pizza? So normally just use the oven. There's a pizza setting and that heats it perfectly. The problem is that they're a week old. First of all, they were in the freezer, and instead of letting them defrost, I warmed up the oven and then I put the pizza in that, and then I didn't reheat it all the way through because I was feeling hungry and I just wanted to get on the stream and kind of just start streaming. Hey Ginger, how are you? Do you like pineapple pizza? Only if there's ham on it. So I like pineapple if there is ham, because ham and pineapple is a good combo. Have you tried an air fryer? Yeah, I'm sure it does a good job. The problem is I have no space in my kitchen for one more gadget. I don't have the biggest kitchen. I already have an instant pot, an oven, a coffee machine, a microwave, a hand blender, stick blender. That's the same thing. But you get my point. Toaster. So I don't have place for an air fryer. My in-laws actually gave me one, but I didn't really vibe with it. This pizza has not turned out like I hope. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't like wasting food, so I'm more or less done. Last bite. I could put the crust back in the oven and see if they crisp up. No, this was 4 slices of pizza. Now all that's left are the crusts, which are quite chewy. These were Naples style pizzas, Neapolitan style. Awesome. Enjoy the keto chicken lollipop. Alright, these go back in the oven. We'll see if they're crispy and edible. But I gotta wash my hands. And then let's do some cooking, guys. I hope you're ready to cook with me. So hold on for just a second. Alright, just washing my hands now. Ooh, that was quite heavy. So I don't have the largest appetite. Yeah, so these were the Naples style, so the crust is generally thicker, but it's very good when you eat it fresh. And even when you reheat it properly, it's really good. I did not reheat it properly. I took it out of the freezer. I just threw it directly in the oven, so that affects the bread a lot. So but that's the thing with bread, you gotta like be careful. Okay, it's getting hot in the kitchen as well. I'm gonna tie up my hair even though it's wet. Woohoo! Alright, so let me tell you a little bit about the curry we are making today. So I'm going to be cooking this up. This is a chicken opor spices which I purchased in, I want to say, Bali. So it's a spice paste and I'm just going to open it up. And it's very simple. The recipe is given on the back, but I'm gonna do a little, a little twist of my own. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff. So I've got some mushroom and broccoli here that I've got ready. I've got some zucchini and bell peppers, some fresh coriander. Now I'm also going to show you how to make rice perfectly. Basmati rice. I'm going to show you how to make the perfect basmati rice. And we're going to cook it with a little bit of pork stock. Yeah. Oh yeah, here's the paste. Looks like, your standard Thai curry style paste. Pretty cool. So yeah, all you need is this paste, some chicken and coconut milk actually. But I want to add vegetables and make it like a proper meal because tomorrow is Monday and I need lunch for Monday. So what I like to do is I like to meal prep for the entire week. So this chicken is for tomorrow, day after, day after and day after. 5 days in a row I eat it for lunch with some rice and it's perfect. Does the job. I think I need some water. Let's get some water to drink. I've also got the pork stock in the microwave. So I've used a stock cube, so it needs some mixing now. So get a spoon and mix the pork stock. This is like a stock cube, so it makes a nice. Won't you get bored of the same thing? No. I make very tasty food. The thing is, you got to decide what you want. Are you willing to cook the same food every day? Different food every day? Do you have the time to cook a meal every day? The thing is, when I eat the same thing, one, I know the calories, I know the macros, and I know exactly how much I'm supposed to eat. So I can actually maintain my weight, I can lose weight depending on what my goals are. And it's just perfect. Also, when I'm hungry, if food is not ready, then I end up eating rubbish because you're trying to snack because you're hungry and you can't wait for dinner. Like, see, right now, if this was my dinner, I would just be eating rubbish because I'm hungry. So instead, I ate my dinner and now I'm cooking. So even when I'm cooking now, I'm not going to keep eating the food as I'm cooking it. So that's more of a psychological thing. Let's just taste the stock. Oh, that's damn good, yeah. That's so good. Anyway, it still needs to dissolve a little bit. Come on, stock cube, dissolve. Right, I wanted water. Also got to check in on the dog. Where's the dog? Looking for the dog. Oh, okay, he's gone and sat down under the table. Right, water, hydration, very important. All right. What about you guys? What are you eating right now? Are you eating lunch? Are you eating dinner? Are you eating breakfast? All right. Cheers. That pizza made me thirsty. Okay, the stock needs a little reheating. So let's reheat the stock in the microwave. Give it another. Man, I can't remember the last time I ate chips. But you're a young guy, no? The ghost, you just finished like your school exams or something. You must be like 16 or 17 years old. At that age, you can eat almost anything and like it's cool. When you get old, all that stuff just doesn't hit the same way. I wonder if the crusts have become any better. They look good. That's all I'm heating up. In the hope that they may become crispy. Sauteed broccoli and greens with yesterday's pork curry. Sounds delicious. Alright, let's get those crusts out of the oven. Actually, wait. Haha! Actually, hold on. Right, the stock is done. So this is just a stock cube that I also picked up from Southeast Asia. And I give that a good mix. Need everything to dissolve. There we go. Almost done. Just one little guy floating around. Use my toaster oven more than my stove oven. Yeah, I mean, depends on what you eat, I guess. Alright, let's take that out. Okay. This is gonna be hot. Bombay salad, yeah. Dipti ordered from Bombay salad yesterday. Okay. Okay, now this looks like it's become crunchy. Yeah, Bombay Salad Company makes amazing salads and even their wraps are really good. Whoa. Hello, Mama Dukes from Florida. How are you doing? You missed the pizza eating? Now I'm just eating the crusts. Oh, it is hot. Ah, hot. Much better. It's like a breadstick now. I'm gonna put a little butter on this. I love bread and butter. Like that is my weakness in life. Bread and butter. Just any kind of white bread and butter. Hold on. We got a little butter here on this. Wow, my dog has come running out because he knows what I'm eating and he wants some. Hello. How many carbs do you limit per day now? I don't count. I just make sure I get enough protein every day. That's the only thing I focus on. and I make sure I eat lots of vegetables, lots of fruits. But for example, when I'm eating lunch, when I eat rice, I eat only 100 to 110 grams of cooked rice. I weigh that out. Breakfast most of the time is either one or two slices of bread maximum. If it's sourdough, one. If it's regular white bread, two. Dinner also really varies, but not too much. Look who's back. Begging for food. Well, actually, he's not begging, he's just sitting quietly. But he smelled this. He smelled the. And if you say the word pizza, yummy pizza. Wow, he's really ignoring me. He's like, he knows I'm not gonna feed him. Ooh, summer, that sounds delicious. Anyway, let's tuck in. Much better. Crunchy. Wow. He's really upset. Look at that leoparding on the crust. That's good. Needs a little more butter. Hang on. Oh yeah. Obsessed in butter. Yes. I used to have a problem not being able to stop bread and butter, but that was mostly because I was on keto. So every time I broke keto, I went nuts. Now that I can eat bread, I'm pretty comfortable stopping. That's a crunch that was heard around the world. Wow. Anyway, last bite, guys. Last and final bite, and our pizza is over. I did the carnivore diet. Not for me. The issue with the carnivore diet, again, like with most diets that are extreme, there can be complications. The bigger issue, I feel, is that we don't have enough trials and testings done on these diets. So we don't know the long-term health impacts. And most of the time on social media, you only hear the people either going like, oh my god, this is the best thing since, but like, this is what I learned, right? Like, all these diets work because most people who try to do these diets are not eating properly anyway. People are on bad diets, they're in the worst health of their life, and when you pretty much eliminate everything and you get down to such a restrictive diet that doesn't let you sort of go astray and also eliminates any inflammatory foods for the most part, it tends to get good results. So again, like if you guys remember, or if anyone remembers, keto in 2017, 2018, I had not heard a single bad thing about keto. I only heard good things about keto. Then come 2021, 22, the amount of testimonials of people who didn't have a good time on keto is far greater than it was. And then you find out, oh, some people have had gallbladder, kidney stone, this, that. I mean, I had no problem, but people did. And again, every diet needs to be done properly for it to be effective. Like even the vegan diet, everyone who I knew who turned vegan stopped being vegan after a while because they all had health problems because all they ate was junk food. So unfortunately, I didn't check my blood before and after keto, but my blood work the last time I checked was absolutely fine. Like, which is when I was 40, about a year ago. And I was already off keto about 4 years since then. So, and the time I checked before that as well, I think in my early 30s, it was fine then as well. So, again, there's also a lot of things that, like, a lot of your blood markers may not immediately show stuff. I don't know. I just think as long as you're checking your blood work, as long as you're fine with what you're doing, it's cool. Would I recommend keto? Honestly, it really depends on the person. If somebody has a health issue, I would not recommend anything because I would say go to your doctor. I'm just a guy on the internet. I'm neither a dietitian nor a doctor nor a nutritionist, so don't take advice from me. What I will ask and I'll say is, look, why are you doing keto? And this I asked even when I was doing keto. Most people who seem to want to do keto seem to want to do it because it is a quick way to lose weight. And I just tell them this, look, you got to be able to sustain what you're doing, or you got to have a plan for doing keto in the short term and then sustaining the weight loss that happens after that. Because you can't go back to your old habits. That's just that life is over. But honestly, now if someone is like, hey, I want to lose weight or whatever, I just tell them, look, guys, make small, sustainable lifestyle changes that you can actually adhere to. Whatever that is in your life, that's up to you to figure out. For me, it is simply weighing out my lunches every day, weighing all the food I eat, which takes like 2 seconds. I put my plate on the scale. I serve myself 100 grams of meat, 100 grams of rice, 100 grams of vegetables. It's done. If I go out, I wake up the next morning and I eat only fruit. Done. I've found these things that are sustainable for me. You have to find out what works for you. That's all I can say. Every human is different. Everyone's body responds differently. Everyone's genetics, family history, all of that stuff is all different. So it is what it is. Alright, pizza tray goes away. And before we start cooking, I would like a little bit of dessert. Do you carry a scale along to parties? No. At parties, I just use my eyes and I eat in moderation. Alright. Before we get cooking, dessert. And what is dessert? Grapes. I find fruit to be a fantastic dessert. Always great. Speaking of parties, I don't actually party much at all. What's the best way to break the fast in keto? There is no best or worst way. Just eat whatever you want. Honestly, there's no best or worst way. I think that should be enough grapes for this. And just a reminder for all those who don't know, I quit keto in 2019. I don't make any more keto content. So, yeah. Any new bands you've come across recently? Um, I'll have to open up my Spotify and check, but off the top of my head, drawing a bit of a blank. I mean, I've just been sort of listening to our grapes doesn't have ample amount of sugar. Hi Hira, I don't do keto anymore. I don't make keto videos. I eat fruits, I eat sugar, I eat everything in moderation. Favorite fruit is orange. The Indian oranges. Specifically the Indian oranges. Also, when you eat a grape, you are not only eating the sugar, you're eating all the fiber, all the additional vitamins, nutrition, all the other good stuff in here, minerals, vitamins. It's not just sugar, it's fiber which slows down the process of sugar absorption, all that stuff. So, grapes, good. Grape juice, maybe not so much. The last two grapes, and then we're going to start cooking. Holy smokes, we have 80 people on the live stream. Horns up, all the 80 people. If you can find the like button, do smash it. Thank you, Viv. Hello, Gavin. Remember keto days, my friend? Hector, yes, I do. I do remember those days. Good times, lots of learnings, and a very important part of my life and my career. So, yeah. We're going to be making this chicken curry. This is an Indonesian curry paste, and I'm going to make this with a whole bunch of vegetables, and I'm going to show you how to make perfectly cooked basmati rice. Why don't you do keto anymore? It's not sustainable for me. I love food. I travel only to eat. I do not like the restrictive nature of keto. And most important is, at some point I started feeling better when I ate carbs and not so good when I was on keto. So for me, it just was a no-brainer to let go and move on to something more sustainable. Because I've always said this, fitness is forever. So yeah, you can always try a diet, see if it works for you, and if it doesn't, you live and you learn, right? But essentially, you need to find something that you can sustain till the day you die. Now, for me, what I realized is I've seen my grandparents, I've seen other people's grandparents, I've seen a lot of old people who are very frail, who are very weak, they don't have energy to do basic tasks, and a lot of that has to do with the amount of muscle that they have lost in the old age. And for that, I now focus on good amount of protein to maintain and build as much muscle as I can, and hopefully in my old age I can still retain it. I lift weights to keep those muscles active, so resistance training, and hopefully in the next year I will drop another 5 or 6 kilos of body fat, hopefully, and I will be in the best shape of my life. That's the hope, at least. But I don't want to do it so that I reach, I don't want to lose the weight and then go back to some form of eating where it all comes back. I want to lose the weight slowly, surely, sustainably, and then keep it off forever, or as long as humanly possible. And that's why my actual target is 1 kilo a month, if not little less. So I'm giving myself till the end of this year to reach my weight loss goal, rather than trying to do it in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, because it can be done. You really cut your calories low and you will lose the body fat, but you will be miserable. It will take a lot out of you, the way I'm doing it now, it's more sustainable for me. I get to eat good food, and because I'm a food blogger as well, I literally go to restaurants and eat food for a living now, along with making recipes on this channel. It's like 50-50 now. Earlier, this channel was my only source of income. Now I organize events with food lovers in the city. In fact, on Thursday, we're going to a restaurant and I've curated like a 8 course meal from the restaurant's menu, and everybody shares food and it's a fun time that we have. So I'll eat a little bit of good food. I might have a cocktail, and I want to be able to do that and not just be like, oh my God, I'm on a diet. I can't eat anything. So, find that balance between enjoying life and also staying as healthy as possible. You look like Christian Bale when he grows his beard. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I take that as a compliment. Alright, guys, are you ready to cook? I think we should cook. Time to put the grapes away. Let's get cooking. Well, I wouldn't like to disclose my income right now, but let's just say, so I can give you some perspective. At my highest, I must have made $2,000 on the channel, but let's just say I had a 75% income drop. So yeah, it was pretty bad. So basically, how much money you make on YouTube depends on where people are watching from. So when 1,000 people watch my video from America, I make $5 or $6. When 1,000 people watch my video from India, I make $1. If 1,000 people watch my video from Hong Kong, I make maybe $9. If somebody watches in Norway, maybe $12. It depends. So like, your category matters, and also your viewership. Where does the views come from? So it really helped that I had a large amount of people watching from the USA. Alright, for the last time, we are making this curry. So you're Indian living foreign, your English accent looks like foreigners. No, I just grew up in Bombay. My family spoke to me in English. I studied in an English medium school. I went for elocution classes. I've traveled the world as well. Not that that has anything to do. You just complimented my English speaking skills, and here I am messing it up. So yeah, sorry. But yes, I'm an Indian. I live in India. Most of my friends and people I know also have a similar way of speaking. It really depends where you studied and where you grew up actually. So yeah, nothing special here. Alright, chicken curry, we are making it. Is it not dry? Is what not dry? Live stream working? What? Hey, I've been here only, just that people have not been seeing my videos thanks to YouTube. I am 41 years old. Even though you're from Bombay, you scream Bangalore vibes. That's because I love heavy metal, and heavy metal is quite popular in Bangalore, as it is in Bombay, but I think more in Bangalore now. Alright, let's get cracking, guys. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take the curry paste and we're going to put it, let's make the rice first. Most important. Never seen an Indian metalhead before. Well, Bamba, I have been an Indian metal musician for 25 years. This is my band, Demonic Resurrection. We complete 25 years next year. We've released 6 albums, some EPs. We've toured the world and played festivals like Wacken, Bloodstock, Inferno, and many others. So yeah, check us out. Now let's get cooking. I need to put the fan off. Alright. Hi. You can hear me? Alright, let's cut this open. Do you meditate? Nope. I feel like things like meditation are things that more Westerners actually do. It's like Indians don't actually meditate as much as Westerners do, because it's sort of like a, it's like a exported kind of thing. Alright. Most Indians are busy working 24/7 because we've got... Alright, the paste goes in the pan. Now I'm not putting any oil right now because the paste seems to have a bit of oil, and I'm going to use coconut milk to fry the paste, and then the coconut milk will evaporate and all the fat will be left, and that will fry the paste. So this is something they do when they're making Thai curry. So I'm using that similar technique. Did you start the rice? No, not yet. Oh shoot, I forgot. Let's start the rice also. Okay. Get the curry paste in. Okay. I wish you guys could smell this. It is so fragrant. Like, these pastes are amazing. Like these ready-made pastes from Southeast Asia, they are a fabulous cooking tool. Like, and just like check it out. It's given the ingredients here. It's just onion, garlic, lemongrass leaves, galangal, ginger, turmeric, salt, coconut, some stuff. Yeah. Is it spicy? Yes, it's going to be slightly spicy. I'm hoping not too much, because otherwise I'm going to have a tough time eating it. Anyway. Also, okay. So first things first. How to cook the perfect basmati rice. Here I have 150 grams of basmati rice that has been soaking now for 41 minutes. You normally need to soak it for 20 to 30 minutes tops. 15 minutes if you're in a hurry. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to just pour out the water now, because you need to strain the rice. So I can turn you towards my sink. So I'm just going to pour out the water. Alright, there we go. Now when I cook rice, I use the one part of rice to 2 parts of liquid. Okay? You know what, let's get the rice going here, because it's just easier to show you. Okay? So let's get it here. Let's give you guys a bird's eye view. So the rice is going to go into the pot. Okay, get all the rice in. Now, like I said, this is 150 grams of rice, which means I need 300 ml of liquid. Okay, very simple maths. So if you use 200 grams of rice, you need 400 grams of liquid. If you use 500 grams of rice, you need 1 liter of liquid. Easy peasy. Now here I have a simple kitchen scale. Use this, buy one of these. This is one of the best tools to have in the kitchen. It is the most important thing. It is helpful for your weight loss, for accurate cooking. They also shift between grams and ounces and all that. So they're perfect for any country. Whether you use imperial or metric, doesn't matter. Now, this is my other good friend, the Pyrex dish. The Pyrex dish has all the measurements written on the side. So this is great for figuring out how much liquid you need. So like I said, I need 300 mils of liquid. So in that goes. So it's 500. I need to, yeah. Another 100 ml. Almost there and done. Perfect. Now this is pork stock. Okay. Pork stock. It's just a simple, so I just give this a stir now. Now I'm going to turn on the heat to high. Yeah, turn the heat on to high. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the coconut milk from the fridge. So this coconut milk is for our curry. Yeah, now it's very simple. I have gas from the pipeline. The cylinder this is a new building, so there's no cylinder system here. Anyway, hopefully I'm not frozen anymore. Now we're going to wait for this to come up to a rolling boil. Very simple. 1 part of rice, 2 part of liquid. You can use stock, you can use water. If you're using just water, add salt. Bring it up to a boil. Once it's boiling, turn the heat to low and cover it with a lid. Make sure the pan you're using has got a thick bottom. It's ideal to have a thick bottom pan. My lid has holes here, okay, which helps as well. If you don't have holes, you can, that's fine. If the rice is bubbling up, you can just put water over here and that will cool down the steam, so it will prevent it from overflowing. But once it comes to a boil, turn the heat to the lowest, cover it and cook for 10 minutes. Exactly. After 10 minutes, turn the heat off and let it sit for 5 minutes. And then open it up and fork it up with a fork. And that's your rice done perfect every time. But now, I'm going to wait for this. Putting lemon juice will not do anything. I don't think it's a legit thing. Yes, I will use all the coconut milk because I'm using 1 whole kilo of chicken. Hello, Mr. Think Big. I have done a Pandra Rasa on the channel, but I did it with chicken. So don't give me galis. Because mutton dishes flop on my channel, so I made it with chicken. But I have done a Pandra Rasa on the channel. Most Kolhapuri food is too spicy for me, so I can't eat it. I'll have to make the dish myself without chilies and eat it. That I can do. Okay, now the water is boiling here. Check it out. Yeah, it's starting to boil. Can you see it? Okay. You can see that's boiling. And you don't want to stir the rice, nothing, none of that stuff. Let it come up to a nice rolling boil. And I didn't put salt because my stock cube has salt. That's why there's no salt added to this. Okay, the time on my watch is 10:34. Alright, you can see now it's bubbling everywhere. This is good enough for me. Yeah, it's boiling enough. Just going to give it another few seconds. Now you can see properly boiling. On goes the lid and the heat goes down to low. And that, my friends, now I'm going to shift it onto the other stove. Just so that I can start making the curry. Okay. So it's been moved to the other stove. The curry is being put on this one. So you can see now. So I've moved that to over there. And this guy is here. Okay. You should do the 1 chip challenge. Never. I will not do the 1 chip challenge. You will have to pay me so much money to do the 1 chip challenge. Hello Nicola, lovely to see you. Yes, Kolhapuri is too spicy for me, yeah. In Hindi it's called tadak. No, tadka. Jhatak. Current ka jhatak. Oh, okay. Anyway, see, you can see the steam coming out of this. So the rice is cooking now. And the curry has also been started. I get my spoon. Now I am going to start frying the curry. Let's see if I can give you guys a better view. My stomach hurts when I ingest chili seeds. Yes, that can happen, I guess, if you're not used to it. So my spice tolerance is very, very low. Not like most Indians. Anyway, now I'm just giving this curry a little bit of a sort of fry. I can tell you that this is spicy. I can smell the chili. Woo! But what I will do is I will add a little bit of sugar to temper this. Yeah, the aroma is already hitting me. And now we add a little bit of coconut milk, like a tablespoon. Cool. And now I just mix the curry and the coconut milk. And now just let this fry. At the same time, keep watching the watch because 10 minutes on the clock for the rice. Also, you do want to open the rice up at the 10-minute mark and to check that all the water has evaporated. if all the water has not evaporated, you might need to leave it for a minute more, but most of the time 10 minutes is enough if you've used the correct amount of water. Look at the color of the paste now with the coconut milk. Now we're just going to let that fry. Alright, the rice has been on. Yes. Don't worry, I'm okay with whatever gender the mutton is, yeah. I'm not that fussy about it. I'll eat any mutton. How often do you do these cooking lives on YouTube? I don't have a schedule, but I should make one someday. Maybe once a week I do them for sure. Especially more recently. But I do one live stream every morning just talking to you guys while I have my coffee. Thank you, Om Mathur. Glad to hear that, and glad to hear that you guys have been trying new pizza places. That means it's a job well done. We just want to give people more options, let them know what they're getting when they visit pizza restaurants. Of course, it's up to the restaurant to make the pizza as good every time. Now see, this is bubbling up slowly. And this is getting really nice and fragrant. And I love... Oh, you can see it's slightly sticking to the pan because the liquid is drying out now. I should put the exhaust fan in the kitchen on so that it's not too smoky. Whoa! Guys, I think I dropped a little bit of the paste. Give me a second. I have to clean up something. Whoa! Yikes! Kitchen accident. So you can still hear me. I basically dropped some paste on the floor and I'm just wiping it up because I don't want to spread it around the kitchen. I think I got a little bit on my slippers as well. So you can hear me washing a few things. Sorry guys, give me a second. My apologies folks. Alright. Back to this. Yeah, sorry. Drop some stuff. Alright, this is, check this out. This is now, it's bubbling. See, and it's reduced down also. It's starting to thicken and get even more thick. See, check it out. It's frying. That's on as well. Now it's been 6 minutes that's been cooking. I'm going to check in on it because you always got to check in. Like you got to monitor it a little bit. So, whoa. Okay, that's good. So the water is almost gone in that. It needs actually a little less than 10 minutes. Wow. The day I plan to tell you exactly how to cook perfect rice, something changes a little bit. But not to worry, that's the thing. That's why we look in that, we check the level of water. The moment the water is gone, it goes off. Otherwise the rice will burn. So again, just check it. Okay, that's good for me. I'm going to turn the heat off now and just let it sit for another 5 minutes. Rice, almost done. So as you can see, that took a little less time than I thought. But hey, maybe on live streams everything goes a little faster. 1 kg of chicken with bone, yes. Yeah, the chicken might be a bit less. I mean, it's, no, it's about 200 grams, no. If it's 1 kilo of chicken for 5 days, that's 200 grams of bone in chicken every day. So even if I get 120 grams of meat from each piece, it's fine. Basically, I need 100 to 120 grams of chicken per meal, so to speak. Yes, I have a lot of 3 ingredient recipes on my channel. Now look at this, guys. The paste has become thick again. Check it out. See? Thick. Like thick and viscous. So now I'm going to put the chicken in. Hold on guys. Once again, I require your patience please. So in goes the chicken. Now this chicken was slightly frozen, so we're cooking it from frozen. So yeah, I got to wash my hands because I just touched raw chicken. Yeah, washed my hands. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is season this. I like to season every step of the way. So about a teaspoon of salt now. So this is half a teaspoon. And here's another teaspoon. And you can always adjust the salt later, no problem. But this is a good starting point. And I'm also going to add a little bit of sugar to temper out the spiciness. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar also. You know, that's the thing with Asian cooking. It's all about sweet, sour, spicy, salty. Like all the things are balanced. Alright, let's rock and roll now. So like I said, I'm cooking this chicken from frozen because, well, it came frozen and I didn't have time to defrost it. So just keep it in here. And in fact, what's easier to do now, rather than messing around with this, is to just, I'm going to cover it with a lid and just let it steam itself. Okay, let's get a lid. Just let it steam on a low heat. Now our rice has been sitting for 4 or 5 minutes now, almost. Sir, come to Kolhapur. Thank you. If I come to Kolhapur, I'll let you know. How do you avoid hair loss while on keto? Deepika, just don't do keto. If you're getting hair loss, forget it. There is no solution. The thing is, a lot of times, so because the weight loss on keto is so drastic, your body is not able to really cope with it, and so your hair and your nails get affected first. I can only suggest maybe eating more protein in your diet, you know. So yeah. Did you take supplements on keto? If so, have you stopped now? I didn't really take any supplements on keto, and I don't take any supplements now either. I only took some, I want to say, vitamin D supplements, but that is after my my tests came back and I was slightly deficient, so she gave me some supplements to take. But apart from that, no supplementation ever. Even the vitamin D, my course is over, so I don't have to take it anymore. And that's the thing, like, a lot of these supplements don't work. They're just a waste of money. That's why I always say, if you have any like actual deficiency, go to a doctor, let the doctor prescribe supplements if you need it. Right, it's getting hot in the kitchen now. Get a sip of water. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's look at the rice. Actually, wait, let me bring the rice here for you guys. Okay. I think you should be able to see it now. There we go. All right. Now just fork it up. Look at that. Perfect, fluffy, basmati rice. Look at those grains. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's put it back and I'll pack it away in a bit. I just licked the fork now, and it is, oh, that pork stock, I can taste it in the rice, so good. सर आपकी स्किन हेल्थ बहुत अच्छी है, आपकी डाइट क्या है प्लीज बताओ. Hey, so my skin has got to do more with my genetics. Diet, lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, lots of lean protein, and some amount of carbs. That's it. A balanced diet. That is most important. I eat beef, pork, chicken, fish, prawns, everything. All meat is on the table. Who's your biggest musical influence? It used to be Devin Townsend back in the day, and now it's a whole bunch of bands. Pretty much anything I listen to. Other than death metal bands, do you enjoy rock bands? A little bit, but not too much. Is this just your food? Then what does Dipti eat? Dipti is on keto currently, so she's organizing her own food. She doesn't cook, she'll order. Actually, this will be me and my assistant Marissa. So I have an assistant who works with me now for all my food related stuff. So she's here most days. So if she's here, she'll eat this with me. One of the perks of working for me, or the only perk maybe. Alright, let's check in this chicken. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a flip. It's still a frozen block. Nice. So, actually going to pour a little water so it creates steam. But if you can see, got some nice color here on this side. So it's cooking well. Is the paste enough for that amount of chicken? Yes, because the paste is quite spicy and I can't eat spicy food, so I want to temper the spice a little bit, so it's perfect for me. But yeah, normally on the instructions it says half kilo chicken. But I don't want to cook half kilo, I want to cook a whole kilo, and I want the spice to be less. So 50% less spice. So this works for me. Alright, now we just let this continue cooking. The pizza was finale maybe by Friday or maybe Saturday morning. Worst case Sunday morning. Will Dipti post keto cooking videos? No, Dipti is not cooking keto at all, because now every restaurant has a keto menu. So she just orders a keto wrap, or she orders a keto salad, or she will order some Indian food like a saag paneer or something like that, and she'll make a keto roti at home. She's even bought like a keto flour. Like she's bought this. So the only thing she's cooking right now is these keto rotis. Like she uses this flour and she makes keto rotis. So my normal dinner time is 8 o'clock in the evening, latest 8:30. By 9 I am done. In fact, today I ate little late. I already finished the dinner. This is for lunch for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Unless Marissa is here one of these days, in which case we will share, in which case I may not even be there on all the days. So in case I'm not, then this will get eaten up one way or another. Yeah, I mean, I just threw in the chicken. Who has time? Because I decided to do this live stream and I didn't have any chicken at home. So we have a lot of, like how you guys have Uber Eats. So we have a grocery delivery apps as well. So I ordered a chicken. Normally it's defrosted and like cold, but this was frozen because it was also late at night at like 8:50 p.m. So I think most of the fresh chicken is gone. So I got the frozen one. So I tried to defrost it while eating pizza, but it's not defrosted yet. So it'll defrost in there. And I'm slow cooking it, so it's not a problem. So keto is a diet Keto is a diet where you eat less carbs, so much so that your body goes into a state of ketosis and it starts to metabolize fat for fuel, which is why keto is a high fat diet. We are cooking Bumbu Masak Opor. This is a chicken opor spices packet. So we are making this curry from Indonesia. I bought this on a holiday in Bali and I'm just making it up for my meal prep. Now of course that's just the chicken. I plan to have a nice balanced meal, so I'm going to also be adding in a lot of vegetables to this, which you will see slowly as I get down to defrosting this chicken. But I've got some broccoli and mushrooms. I showed it earlier. Some broccoli and mushrooms. I just chopped the mushrooms into quarters. Broccoli florets. Then we got some zucchini and bell peppers, both red and yellow. So zucchini again, little cubes. The bell peppers also little cubes. So the atta is made from, I'll tell you. Wow, this feels like the old days. So the atta has ground nuts, coconut flour, seeds mix of flax, pumpkin, sunflower, melon, wheat fiber, isolated wheat protein, almond flour, xanthan gum and common salt. Now this has basically one serving size. So 20 grams of this atta, which I guess is one chapati, is 7 grams of carbs, from which 6.2 is fiber. So it's 1 gram of carbs per roti. So yeah, I guess I remember you had joined some workout program. I don't remember. Barbarian Body. Yeah, I mean it kept me fit. But now I just have my own program. Thank you. You can buy this t-shirt on redwolf.in. Most of the t-shirts you see me wear are sort of on sale on my websites. I don't live with my parents anymore. I used to live with them till about 2.5 years ago. Then Dipti and I moved out and we got ourselves an apartment on rent, which, as someone who lived with his parents till he was 38 and never had to pay like rent and have a landlord, I can't tell you what a freaking privilege that was. Like the amount of stress, and especially now because the channel has been like a complete shit show, like between you guys and me. Like I said, I took a 75% income drop. So when something like that happens and you have rent on your head every month, it's a lot more stressful. Of course, I was very smart, and when I lived with my parents, I saved every penny possible. So I'm not in a bad place right now. So yeah, fingers crossed the channel picks up, guys. Wish me luck. आप जो फ्रूट्स वेजिटेबल्स का नाम ले रहे हो वो कोल्हापुर में नहीं मिलता है. So you can use any vegetables you like. You don't have to eat these vegetables. See, because I lived in Bombay, I grew up eating these vegetables. In my house, the only Indian vegetables we ate were cauliflower, bengan, bhindi, okra. My mother used to eat cabbage. She used to eat tinli. I never ate those. So these are vegetables that are very normal for me. But you can use any vegetable in your curry. The reason I cook the vegetables and the chicken together is because then the vegetables get the flavor of the chicken and I don't have to make separate dishes. I got rice and I got chicken with vegetables and it makes life very easy. So even this paste that I'm using, if you live somewhere that you don't get this paste, I'll tell you what goes into it. You can make your own version of the paste. See, onion, garlic, lemongrass, galangal, turmeric, salt, coconut oil, lime leaves, pepper and chicken broth. Easy. Yeah, keto atta is very expensive in the UK, I guess. it's easier to just use almond flour and make my almond flour tortillas. Okay. Chicken is very, very, oh, one piece got, oh, it's coming apart now, wait. Where did I put the lid now? Okay, let's put it here. Alright, let's get you guys into this defrosting action. Check it out. Check this out. Yeah, so it's starting to come apart from each other, all the pieces. And you pull at them a little bit, it'll pop out. There we go, one more free. Let's get these guys free also. Let's flip this. There we go. Alright, this guy comes out. That guy came out. Check it out. It's all done. Now I'm going to turn the heat up. And now we're going to start to saute this. Like proper. Let's get it going. There we go. Alright, now all the chicken is going to saute in this lovely, whatever little gravy we've created here. Check this out. We've created like a little sauce already with chicken stock. So you know what's happened, right? The chicken juices have come out and now they're going to reduce and intensify that chicken flavor before we add anything more to this. Like we really want to double down on that chicken flavor. So the chicken, all the stuff in the paste, it's all going to now become nice and caramelized and chickeny. So let it just cook away. That's not a good enough view, is it? So you can see the chicken is, I've got the chicken wing here. There's a leg as well. Got the neck piece, and you got the wing, and basically this is another piece of the neck. So this is what we call curry cut chicken in India. So this is cut specifically for Indian curry style. So you can see this is like a bit of the backbone, and these are some of the tastiest pieces. Here we've got a little bit of the butt of the chicken. There should be a little bit of a thigh. So this is about half a chicken actually, though this one is giving me one extra leg, so I'm not sure. But like the big part of the breast is not here. I think that goes elsewhere. Yeah, now we just keep stirring this, giving it a good mix, letting those flavors get into that chicken. Like I said, really intensify the flavors. So while that's happening, alright, is organic food popular in India? So once again, organic is very, very expensive. A large part of the Indian population is not very well to do. So no, organic is not as popular. Also, it is like even people who are sort of well to do in India, everyone has a maid, a cook, and people to go out and do things for them. So they are not going to worry about organic and all. If they are not even cooking, they don't really care. So not so. And also this labeling is very, what does it actually mean? What does organic mean even? If you see the state of the country, what does organic mean? You know? So yeah. Yes, thank you. Think big. If I come to Kolhapur, I will let you know for sure. Do you use organic ingredients? No. The cost is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And honestly, like I said, there is nothing that proves that organic is better in any way. Yeah? Like it's a lot of marketing. What languages can you understand and speak? English and a little bit of Hindi. And very, very little bit of Marathi and very, very little bit of Gujarati, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I can understand a little bit of Sindhi, but I wouldn't call myself competent in any of those languages. Like, I wouldn't speak any of them to most people. I just stick to English. Hey Sigma, so here's the problem in India with a PO box. Anything you send, no, first of all, the customs officers will open it up, and they will like basically ruin everything that you send, and then they will charge me crazy amounts of duty no matter what it is. So that's the reason I've never opened a PO box. I just, dealing with the customs in India is a big nightmare. Like, I remember, so I'll tell you a little story. So officially, actually in India, there's a 40% duty on most things that come in. So unless you mark it as a gift for me, I will get most likely charged 40% duty by customs. For example, my band performed in Germany. The German company sent me a DVD of my own performance. I had to pay 3,000 Indian rupees to receive my own DVD, which was free. I ordered some CDs. Okay, it was about 10,000 Indian rupees worth of stuff, which is not much. I went to the custom officer, sent me a letter saying you have to come here. So I went there, and they were like, yeah, you have to pay 11,000. So my order cost 10,000. They are like, you have to pay 11,000 rupees because like 5,000 is the duty, 6,000 is a fine, because you're not allowed to get more than 2,000 rupees worth of things. You know how much 2,000 rupees is? Like $20. What can you get in $20? So they throw all these ridiculous things at you, and then he just put like a number on the calculator and showed it to me, which I did not realize at that point was he was basically telling me I had to bribe him that much to get the parcel without duty. And I didn't realize it, so I paid him. And then he just smiled. And I was so angry. The next time I went, I said, screw you guys, I'm paying the fine. And I ordered a pedal worth 10,000 rupees, and I had to pay 11,000 rupees in fines and duty. So I just stopped ordering anything from America or Europe or anywhere in the world actually. And I just said, forget it. I don't need anything. I'll just buy it when I travel abroad. I didn't even know it was a bribe, because I don't go and talk to, like, I don't go around in these offices. I don't know how things operate. How come you don't Hindi since you are from Mumbai? I know basic Hindi to get around. But also, I have a lot of issues with this whole Hindi thing, which I don't want to get into now. But let's just say there's a lot of drama in this country about a lot of things, and yeah. I mean, like I said, if someone talks to me in Hindi, I'm fine with that, and I'll reply to them as well in Hindi if I need to speak Hindi somewhere, Marathi, to forget it. I can't. I failed every Marathi exam in school. I'm just not good with languages. I hate languages. I don't like them. I don't like learning new languages. I think I barely got through my French exam as well. So, like, honestly, in Bombay, unless you live in a place where everyone speaks Marathi, or you're in a school where everyone speaks Marathi, you only really need Marathi when you want to go to a government office, or you have to talk to the police. And since I'm generally, thankfully so far, never had to deal with the police for the most part of things, I'm good. Butterball turkey I bought was imported. Yes, it was. I am cooking this chicken curry from Indonesia. Oh, here it is. For Will It Meet, can you make a video using seafood? Yes, very soon. It's coming up, don't worry. Do you watch Hindi movies? No. I used to watch them as a kid. But even though my father is a Bollywood actor and my brother has directed Bollywood movies, one movie, and he's been an assistant director on many, I really dislike Bollywood. I don't enjoy Bollywood movies. I watched my father's first movie, and I've watched clips of his from other movies, and I watched my brother's first movie as an assistant director, which was Imran Hashmi's Jannat. and I watched my brother's new movie, which is Blind, which has Sonam Kapoor in it. I also did watch Badla, which he was an assistant director on, which was not bad. My father's name is Mickey Makhija, my brother is Shom Makhija. Okay, now this water in the thing has gotten nice and thick. I don't want to wait now for any more time. Let's just get cracking on this curry. Actually, wait, I'll give this a little more. Just let this paste thicken up a little bit. Let's get a little more color on this chicken. Yes, Blind, the movie with Sonam Kapoor, which by the way has Gavin Harrison playing drums on one song. The music has been done by a guy called Clinton. Not bad actually. I think the last Hindi movie, actually I did watch Andhadhun, which was actually quite nice, and I also watched Stree, which was also enjoyable. So okay, I have watched some Hindi stuff, I won't lie, but in general, like all the Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan movies and all, that's not my cup of tea. Been to any good concerts? I saw Sting in concert recently. Lollapalooza happens in India now, and Sting was the headline act, so I got to watch Sting, and I quite enjoyed it because I grew up listening to Sting. So yeah, Sting was fabulous, and for his age, he can still sing, play his bass flawlessly, and he's so fit. Hats off to the guy. Alright, let's get cracking on the curry now. I've been saying that for like 10 minutes. आपको कभी घर से प्रेशर किया वालों ने कि तुम भी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में आओ? अरे, think big. My father is a struggling actor. My brother is a struggling director. They are both looking for work all the time, so they will never tell me to come into the film industry. In fact, I started working before my brother. So my brother got into films after I was already working my own job. So my brother struggled and basically tried to make it so what he'll get me in the industry. Father also ran businesses, this, that, and he did acting and modeling, but very little bit. So he only became a full-time actor some time back, like maybe 10-15 years ago. So they were not in the industry full-time. So that's why. Do you like Indian culture? First you have to define what is Indian culture. Because like I said, India is like Europe. Every state has its own culture, language, heritage. So what is Indian culture? If you mean all the stuff about arranged marriages, subjugation of women, ill treatment of lower caste people, no, then I do not like Indian culture. If you talk about delicious food and beautiful countryside and things like that, then yes. But if you talk about Indian mentality, behavior of Indian men, no, very, very, very unhappy with Indian culture as a whole. But that's only because I live in India and I experience this firsthand. So, if you're not from India and you don't live in India, you will not really experience this. Alright, all our vegetables are in. In goes our pork stock now. Pork stock has gone in. And now we're going to basically cover this and let this cook now. There, easy peasy. Good morning, happy Sunday, horns up. Thumba, 12th Fail and Swadesh. Cool, if I get time I will. I still haven't gone through all the movies I actually want to watch. I've been waiting to watch Guardians of Galaxy, the last one, and I still haven't gotten around to doing it. I haven't even gone through the new season of Loki. I haven't even seen all the other Marvel movies that I missed. Yeah, look, I don't like to sugarcoat things here. I live in India. I know what India's problems are. We have good things and we have bad things. Unfortunately, we have a lot of bad things which need work. Hopefully in time, with more and more younger people, hopefully being the key word here, being more interested in the betterment of the country and less interested in religious drama and making this a Hindu country and all this other religious propaganda that's going around and stuff. Yeah, we could be a great country, but I think till we have politicians like the BJP, Narendra Modi, Amit Shah in this country, we are doomed pretty much. But fingers crossed, the youth will rise up. How is stock made from the cube? Oh, you put the stock cube in half a liter of water, just warm it up and mix it, and it's done. Whew, some water, it's quite hot now. हाँ आएगा तो ही, but what to do? He's old. Eventually he's gonna have to. But anyway, yeah. Hello, devices Crespo from Switzerland. Awesome. Stay out of Canada. Yeah, I'm not coming to Canada. It's too cold. Though I will come and tour one day with my band. Play some heavy metal for the Canadian metalheads. Ooh, it is hot. Ah, yes. Anyway, back to chicken. Will you ever come to Los Angeles? I sure hope so. I mean, we don't have an option of dealing with it. We just sweat and we take showers. Think big, USA, Michigan. I would love to tour all over America. Yeah, Mumbai is humid all the time. We die in summers. How much is your rent approximately? You want it in pounds? I'm gonna say it's 4 digits. I live in a very popular neighborhood, and I took the apartment because I wanted a good kitchen that I could shoot in. So yeah, my rent is approximately, if you're counting in pounds, it's in 4 figures. That's in 4 digits. And towards the closer to the 3 digits, not like further up. Have you thought of immigrating to a Western country? So not really. I mean, look, every country is going to have a set of problems. I'm not averse to it anymore, but earlier in life, I had no intention. I don't know. I mean, which country? Like, I would consider the UK, but I mean, the UK is also a bit of a shit show right now. I mean, probably Europe somewhere, but then again, I have to learn a new language, which I'm not really fond of. So, maybe, I don't know. I would think maybe I wouldn't mind going and living in Thailand for a year, in Bangkok. It's quite like Bombay, that's why. Hey, good to see you too, Astral Traveler. What do you think about BJP in respect of development? What development? Gokhale Bridge is built in Bombay. It's 2 meters apart from the connection. The thing is, development was always happening. What I'm seeing more of is religious disharmony caused by politicians. The politicians never talk about their actual work. All they talk about is Hindu, Muslim, Hindu, Muslim, Hindu, Muslim all the time. That's all they do. What got you interested in keto recipes? Love it. Hey Harshit, first of all, I don't do keto anymore. I was on keto and that's why I was making keto recipes. And now I no longer do keto, so I no longer make keto recipes. Yeah. Yep. Very expensive. But again, I'm in a prime area of Bombay. Like if I moved to another part, in the same amount, I could get a 4-bedroom flat probably. Have you explored Indian spirituality? No, because I think it's all a bunch of bullshit. Because first of all, what is Indian spirituality? I think you mean Hindu spirituality, because what is Indian? How do you define Indian? So no, I don't know religion, no spirituality. These are all things that I don't really believe in. I follow science. A lot of spirituality is just people telling themselves things, and if it makes them feel good, I really don't care about it. But it's not for me. No, see, yoga as a fitness thing, I understand. But again, I prefer to lift weights. I'm not really big on yoga. But once again, as a fitness thing, yoga is great. It works for a lot of people. Super. The whole part of the spirituality and all is a little. I'm not down with all that. Spirituality, astrology, Mercury in retrograde, all that stuff. I'm not saying meditation can't help. It's just not for me. I first of all, meditation, I don't connect it to spirituality. Meditation is a thing you do and it calms you, it has benefits. Yes, it's not for me though. Spirituality is a different thing. Think big. Arey, don't worry. People have already screenshot my Facebook status messages and tagged Narendra Modi directly. But he doesn't care. I am a nobody. See, if I was a Bollywood star, then they would care. All these people who make a big thing about stuff. Also, it's a free country, right? I can technically say whatever I want. And I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm saying I don't believe in it. If you believe in it, good for you. I don't. Anyway, where's the curry at now? Alright, that's cooking nicely. I'm going to turn the heat up now because I need to reduce some of the liquid, and then we're going to add in that coconut cream. Why don't you try to come to TV channels with your cooking? Again, in India, because of religion and stuff like that, they don't really want people who cook beef and pork on TV. And honestly, I'm not a big enough personality. And TV is dying. TV is a dying medium. Eventually, everything is on the internet. Like tomorrow, if somebody contacts me and says, hey, we want you to do a TV show, I'll say, let's talk. But I'm not going to probably be going around and trying to pitch my show to things, Oh, this curry smells good. Let's give you guys a look. Look at that bubbling away. Oh, that smells good. Chicken is also cooking nicely. Veggies are also getting done. Now, of course, I am going to need to taste this curry so I know how much salt to add. Okay, enough salt in the curry. It's not even spicy. This is beautiful. Guys, it tastes amazing. Amazing. I should do reaction videos. Yeah, the thing is, my brother has a job, my father has a job. I'm the only one who's got time. Yes, but this is not a Kolhapuri dish, and I don't want this to be spicy. I want less masala, more flavor of chicken, vegetables, more of the stock, you know. Cooking is a personal choice. I think a lot of people have cooked beef on television, not on Indian television. Find me one Sanjeev Kapoor video with beef. Find me any TV chef with beef. I'll wait. No, Piyush Patil, I am not a dietitian. I don't make diets, and I will most certainly not make a 90% vegetarian diet for anyone. In fact, I won't make a diet for anybody because I'm not a dietitian. You can use my videos and adjust the diet to your suiting, to your liking. No, a lot of Bandras, a lot of normal people like me. And as I have made a food club now, I realize that, you know what, there are other people like me. And if we're westernized, so be it. We are as Indian as anyone who is, you know, not westernized, so to speak. What is westernized anyway? There are like less spicy food. There I eat broccoli and bell peppers. Do you know how many restaurants are there in Mumbai that serve non-Indian food? And do you know how many like lakhs of people go out and eat non-Indian food? In fact, most Indians are actually wearing Western clothes, using Western internet, using Western, listening to Western music, watching Western TV shows, eating Western food. I mean, even your Indian street food now has mayonnaise on it. Western. Cheese. Western. So, I don't get it. What is Western? Check out that curry boiling. More important things. See, the only thing that matters in life is being a good person. Whether you're Western, Indian, whatever it is, if you're not a good human being, whatever you do doesn't matter. Ooh, something just squirted out. Treat others with kindness and respect, and you will go a long way in life. Alright, let's add some of that coconut milk now. Oh, yes. Woo! I'll just add the whole thing. That is good stuff. Yes. See, I like a nice, lovely, light, beautiful curry. Let that coconut flavor soak into everything now. Ooh, this is beautiful. Love it. Now, I'm going to just let this cook like this for maybe a few minutes, just so everything can infuse. And as always, taste a little bit to make sure it's tasting. Salt is okay, seasoning is okay. Oh, that is really tasty. In fact, I will put a little pepper in that. A little bit of pepper. It's actually tasting like a Kerala stew right now. I don't know how many of you have ever had a Kerala stew, but this is kind of in that sort of space. Beautifully spiced. I'm loving it. Nice. Got some fresh pepper in there to give a little bit of that peppery note. Ah, so good. And look at that lovely vegetables in there as well. I'm seeing if there's anything else I want to add to this. No, I'm good. Great, I'm going to turn the heat down. Whoops. Alright, we'll give it a few minutes like that. People are having topics that will make me... Anyway, never mind. Piyush, glad to hear that. Cool, awesome. All the calorie details are listed on my website, headbangerskitchen.com. Yes, I love dosa. I love a ham and cheese dosa, and I cook it at home sometimes. Not so much these days because I'm trying to focus more on protein, and dosa is a lot of calories and a lot of carbs. So I generally try and not eat dosa. I prefer rice. Rice is much lower in calories because on the dosa, when you want to get it nice and crisp, you need to put a lot of oil. So the oil plus the dosa batter, the calories add up to quite a bit. Yes, frozen chicken is as healthy as fresh chicken. All this influencers today are complete chutias who just make everyone fear monger for like anything. Vegetables, everything is fine frozen, because freezing, we have reached a point in human civilization where freezing actually preserves the food. I have kept meat in my freezer for 2 years, perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. Frozen vegetables are often more fresh and more healthy than fresh vegetables because they get frozen at the source. Your vegetables otherwise travel, transport, there's a whole process before it reaches you. So, when someone tells you frozen is not healthy, tell them to fuck off. And pardon my language, but I get very angry with these kind of things. Like, I feel like influencers now need to be taken to task. Whoever promotes fear mongering and like fake claims of things being healthy. Yes, I follow Krish Ashok, but I haven't read his book. But I love all his videos. He is a superb resource, and I always send his videos to everyone because he debunks things using actual science. And I can't handle the anti-science brigade. Like, no, thank you. I should buy a house. The mortgage might be nearly the same as the rent. Yeah, but that's the thing. Because I'm a YouTuber and my income is variable, getting a mortgage will not be easy. Also, I have no kids. So, I mean, I know I could then reverse mortgage the house and all that, but I will get my parents' flat eventually. So, that's the reason I've not bought a house. It just doesn't make sense. I've thought about all this, don't worry. Gone through the whole thing, did the calculations, the maths, everything. Would you be ready to work as a cook? No. Why would I? No. I wouldn't. I have other jobs. I organize meetups instead with foodies. I do paid blog posts. I do restaurant reviews, paid restaurant reviews. I do sponsored videos now on YouTube. So that's more my thing. I don't think I'd ever want to be a personal chef or something. What do you want from life? I want to be a musician and tour the world and play my music. That's my actual goal in life. I would love to do that. I would love to write songs that are remembered for years and years to come. I would love to write music that brings people joy, brings out, helps them, that makes them feel good. Music that kicks ass. What if someone offers you 2 to 3 lakhs a month for cooking? Would you do it? Yeah, I would consider that then. Yeah, I definitely have that conversation. Have you been offered money to write a biased review? No. So that's one thing I've always done is when a restaurant approaches me and they are like, hey, we want you to like review. I'm saying yes, but it'll be an honest review. So what you're paying me to do is come to your restaurant, eat the food, take photographs, take videos, edit them, post them on all my social media. That's what you're paying for. You're not paying for a positive review. And all the restaurants that I've done paid reviews for have all gotten some negative comments about certain dishes. So like one restaurant, the bread was dry and not good. I told them, I put it in my review as well. Another restaurant, they made like an Indian paella which was rubbish, and I said it in the review. So I'm always, like, that's what you're paying for. You're not paying to buy. You cannot buy my review. That's the thing. So do you play drums and sing? So I am in my band. I'm the guitar player and singer, and I also do play drums and a little bit of bass and keyboards. There's a price for everything. Yeah, for most things. But the thing is, most people are not going to pay you the price, so you will never do it. Would you consider working for a 5-star hotel? Again, I don't think a 5-star hotel would hire me because I have zero experience. So here's the thing, right? I've always been a home cook. Now you were talking about someone paying me 2 to 3 lakhs a month. Whether that's a 5-star hotel or a private gig, I have zero work experience. So I know that no 5-star hotel is going to say, Sahil, like, unless it's the whole idea is to just be like a social media thing. But otherwise, why would any hotel pay me big money when I have zero work experience in an actual kitchen. If I wanted to work in a kitchen, I would have to start from the bottom, like right at the bottom, at a really low salary, and But yes, as Snake Eyes is kind of saying, I'm more of be your own boss kind of person. So when I was 19, by the way, I'm 41 now. When I was 19, I dropped out of college and I worked in the studio for 4 years. The first year and a half to almost 2 years was unpaid. I was just learning on the job, and then I got a very basic salary. So I did that struggle. I learned all the ropes. Then I worked for a music company for 11 years as their artist relations, social media manager, and a whole bunch of stuff. And then I got this gig on YouTube, which paid me fairly well, which is why I could quit the other job. So obviously, I would like to remain in this space. So yeah. सर आप भी पेड रिव्यू करते हो तो अभी अदर फूड ब्लॉगर की तरह कब के करोड़. So here's the thing, food bloggers get paid shit. Most restaurants will offer you fuck all money like 2,000 rupees and 5,000 rupees to review a restaurant. I obviously don't do those kind of gigs, but a lot of the food bloggers are very young, so they are just happy to get paid. So that's why you see all these food bloggers are sort of doing all these restaurants same format. Today let me show you the most Instagram friendly cafe in Mumbai. The cake was delicious, and they because that's what they do. So I always tell people, look at influencers, even mine if you want. Look at it as a paid advertisement when it is a paid promotion. Don't look at it as like a proper review. Your hair must fall in your food, then you eat your hair. I mean, yes, hair has fallen into my food, and maybe I've eaten some of it. But if I see it, I remove it. Most of the time, my hair is not in my food. Most of the time, my food is in my mustache and beard, so it's the other way around. Anyway, let's check the curry now. Have you considered starting a cloud kitchen? Once again, I may sound like an asshole, but it's really bad money for a lot of effort. Like honestly, the effort to reward ratio is terrible. I used to cook on weekends to make extra pocket money like 12 years ago. I would cook an entire day. Like I would be working from like 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. in the night, and I would make rubbish money. So to actually make money with a food business, you need to be the business boss, not cooking. You need to have employees, and then you need to sell volume. Only when you're selling volume can you make money. Like if your restaurant sells 2,000 burgers a day. Like just today I was watching this thing on New York Times. This guy makes 3,000 bagels a day. He hand rolls. He's awake from 2:30 in the morning working till 6 or 8 p.m. in the evening. Insane. Like the kitchen is a difficult place to work. So I have massive respect for chefs and service staff and all. So yeah, let's check the curry now. What? Oh, I used to cook in my own house. So it was a little bit of a tight space and it was just me working. I didn't have any help or anything. Alright. There is our curry. And now we're going to finish it with some coriander. Just going to tear it roughly. I love coriander in my food. So I know for some people coriander tastes like soap. There goes the coriander. Give it a good mix. And there we have a beautiful, beautiful chicken curry. And that, my friends, I am happy with. As of course, always just a little taste to make sure it's seasoned properly. This is going to be amazing with steamed rice. Drop a little. Alright, I'm going to turn the heat off now. Wow. Sir, do you think about cloud kitchen? Same problem, it's a lot of work. And again, is that what I want to focus on in my life? There's no tomato in the curry, that is red bell pepper. So we got mushroom, broccoli, yellow bell pepper, red bell pepper, and zucchini. 5 vegetables. Yes, coriander means kothmir. Kothmir in Marathi, I guess, no? Or kothambir. Kothambir. Kothmir is Hindi. Okay, let's take this off. Oh, I'm so tired, guys. Ooh. Let's put the fan on. And let's have a let's have a little chat before I say goodbye. Hello to everyone joining in. What foreign food do you think should be readily available in India? Beef steak, short ribs, chuck steak, rib eyes, tenderloin, a brisket, all of it. Bring the beef to India. Stop exporting it. The third largest exporter of beef in the world, India. Can you one day cook Kothambir Vadi on YouTube? Yes, but I will be doing a beef Kothambir Vadi. Like I said, I have only 2 shows on my channel now. Meat India, where I explore the best meat and seafood dishes in this country, and Will It Meat, taking popular Indian vegetarian foods and making it meat friendly. And I will do a third amount of videos, but that is going to be what my website manager tells me to cook for SEO for the website, just for experiments. Will you be bringing Indian metal podcast back? Sorry, Coconut Water 17, no, I'm done with all that. There will just be now more music from me, hopefully. And if I can get myself to record my own podcast called Heavy Conversations, I will do that as well. One step at a time. I finally picked up my guitar after 1 year and 1 month and started playing. So, yeah. I think you are especially obsessed with beef. Absolutely. It's my favorite meat after duck. And I love beef. And I was happily eating beef. And some asshole decided to ban it in my state. So, fuck them. See, I don't force anyone to eat beef. I don't force anyone to do anything they don't want to. But if you worship the cow, you should keep the cow in your house. Yes, I eat pig meat. I love pig meat. It is so delicious. Ham, salami, sausage, chorizo. I love pork. I love beef. I love chicken. I eat all of them. How do you feel about Taylor Swift songs? I don't have an opinion. I think she's probably a great artist, sells millions of records, has amazing concerts, and has very loyal fans. I dream of one day having fans like Taylor Swift has. To have that many people listen to your music, love you. Which artist doesn't want that? If they said that's not happening, that would be a lie. See, here's the problem. Actually, no. Yeah, this is the saying. If your religion stops you from eating something, that's your thing. It doesn't stop me. She's here in Australia now. Do you collab with BM for Reptilian Death? Yes, Vinay. I mean, we didn't collab with BM, but Vinay was the vocalist of Reptilian Death for a while, and then that band also disbanded. Live and let live, guys. That's the most important thing. Coconut Water, I was the drummer of Reptilian Death. I played drums in Reptilian Death live and on the album, and I also wrote all the songs on guitar. Yes, beef, healthy animal hair. See, if the animal is bimar, just cook it, it'll be fine. Do I follow Indian rap? Not at all. So I've eaten kangaroo, ostrich, emu, crocodile, snails, insects like crickets, ants. I had pigeon. I had a whole bunch. I mean, wherever I get to try it, I will try it. See, I believe this. If you can eat one animal, you can eat all of them. Insects actually taste like nothing. It tastes like Lay's potato chips. Insects actually taste like some kind of fried snack. You can't even tell it's an insect. Abroad, obviously. In India, you it's not easy to get all these meats. In India, I've had obviously duck, turkey, quail. Um, I've had all the organs, obviously, like heart, liver, lung, kidney, whatever. Does it feel disgusting in texture? Nope. None of these meats feel disgusting in texture. Crocodile is kind of like a cross between fish and chicken. Nope, bat is not legal. See, if it's legal, cooked properly, I'm happy to try bat also. I don't become judgmental about these things. See, every culture in the world is different. Yeah, cow, pig, chicken, these are all westernized, like western bred animals. So in India, we've eaten wild boar, we've eaten bull, buffalo, everything. Chicken feet. Chicken feet is delicious. Well, Snake Eye, if you have any contact for all those animals, please let me know. Yes, in Nagaland, you get a lot of different things. So my wife has had dog meat in Nagaland as well. It's not very good, but she tried it because if you can eat a pig and a cow and a chicken and all, you can eat a dog also if it's legal and cooked well. What's the best tasting cut of pork? For me personally, pork shoulder is the best. Like pork shoulder, I like to take the skin off if I'm braising it, and I like less fat. I like some fat, but not too much. In fact, Mayuresh, I would suggest you try making my Kurgi pork, the Pandi curry, which is from Coorg in Karnataka. Oh, ribs are also really good. But I think shoulder for me is the best. I like belly too. And ribs. I also love ham. Gramplex, here's the thing. In every country, they they cook all the animals. The thing is, if you go to the rural parts, even in America, there are so many strange animals that are cooked. In the UK as well, if you go to the interiors in the rural spots, you will be seeing a lot of things that you don't see in the cities. सबसे खराब taste. So which is the worst tasting animal? There is no worst tasting animal. The only thing is the person who cooks the animal should know how to cook it. If you cook animal well, they should all be delicious. But I think I've not eaten, but I think dog meat is not very good. Like not because very chewy and there's no fat. So even when you cook it low and slow, it dries out. So rats, dogs, cats, all these animals probably are not good tasting, and that's also why we don't eat them regularly, right? The people who eat these animals are not city dwellers. They are people who live in rural areas where food is not like in the city. So it's part of a different culture, which I completely respect. That is their way of life, you know. What's your favorite fish? Probably pomfret or maybe mackerel, bhangra. Have I made pork rinds? I've bought pork rinds, but I've always struggled making pork crackling at home. And look, if you want to draw the line at some animals, that's good for you. I'm not forcing any. My thing in life is you don't want to eat a dog, cool. But don't judge a culture or a community that does eat it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I really say. Eat and let eat. And if you don't want to eat it, definitely don't eat it. Have you tried snakes? Nope. But I will hopefully at some point. Have you tried Koli food? I'm sure I have. But again, so I don't eat much Indian food outside because it's too spicy. Artificial meat, I tried one vegan patty, it was quite bad. I didn't like it much. Even surmai is very good, yeah. But I think I prefer pomfret and bhangra. Because bhangra is a fatty fish, no? So it has that like those black parts. Oh, they're so tasty. I do not like Mysore masala dosa. I also don't like the term pure veg because there's nothing pure about any vegetarian. They are as impure as any other human being. But I do love chole bhature. In fact, I want to eat chole bhature this week, and there's one not new restaurant, but there's one restaurant that's serving a very good looking chole bhature that I want to go and eat. When it comes to dosa, I like cheese dosa, butter sada, and masala dosa. Mysore masala is too spicy. Who was Baba Saigal? He was a pop slash rap artist from the 90s who has now gained re-relevance for his very cringy songs. What about beef? What's the best cut? So depends what you're buying. So if you're buying Indian beef, I would get the tenderloin or shank. Who was Amit Saigal? He was a musician. He was the owner of India's only rock music magazine for over 2 decades. He was the promoter of one of the most important music festivals in Indian music history called Great Indian Rock Festival. And he passed away about a decade ago in Goa. So, yeah, he was a legend, absolute legend, gem of a person, gone too soon. Backstrap you won't get in India. So in India, they don't butcher the cows and the bulls and the buffaloes the same way. We don't get the same quality of meat. So we just have like stewing meat and tenderloin and like ground beef. Alright, guys, I've been on for 2 hours. My throat is hurting a little bit. It's also almost midnight now, so I should really go and pack the food and I should go brush my teeth and go to sleep. So I want to say once again, thank you all for being here on this live stream. Remember one thing. Oh, if you witness the slaughtering of an animal, will it affect you eating the meat? Nope. I've watched the slaughter of animals because as a meat eater, I felt it was important to know where my food was coming from and what it looks like. So yes. Do I like pav bhaji? Yes, I like pav bhaji. I just put a chorizo pav bhaji recipe on the channel. Love some dokla. Love idli with butter. Do not like veg pizzas much. Do not like veg pasta either. Yes, if I come to Kolhapur, I will most certainly meet you, sir. Hello, Enzo Express, sorry. Well, Moria, that's awesome. Well, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you all being here. Please do watch the videos on the main channel. And if you like what I do, stick around and keep watching. The Mac Street breakfast was great. The reel will come out on Wednesday. Thank you, Gramplex. I appreciate it. I don't know why I'm doing this. I never do this ever. Thank you, Ginger, as well. See you guys. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.